everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys like what you see on the channel and become part of this journey with me by subscribing, hitting that subscription button, of course, giving it those thumbs up. It's extremely important for the video. I'd like to mention that I do have a private crochet group. You're more than welcome to join as long as you have a profile pic. Also a Facebook crochet page. You can follow Instagram and TikTok. All of these links will be below in the description box. All you have to do is click and follow. I also like to mention that I use 4-ply, 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal brands. I am in Europe, in the islands. My colors go by number, not by name. So let's say this royal blue is number 3, and of course white stays white. Name only white. These are similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, cotton. Mine's a little bit thinner, so your patterns will become bigger. Also inside of the description box below will be a link in how to zoom in the stitch on any channel for that matter. It's a way of teaching you. A lot of you don't know how to zoom it in or zoom out, and how to slow down the video, turn your closed caption on, read, pause, take notes if you have to. I know sometimes I can get carried away and crochet a little bit too fast for you, but you know, sometimes I have control of it and sometimes I don't. It's just an old habit. I hope I'm not forgetting anything. So I use, for the most part, 2.75 hook, a small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. A lot of people ask me about these balls of thread. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. They're $12 a ball with shipping. Shipping is horrendous out here. Literally costs more than the pattern itself for a lot of times. It's crazy. But it's privately owned and we can't do anything about it. It is what it is, and we do need the post office, right? Okay, so we're going to get started. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, everyone. So yesterday I had created the sunflower, which will be for a table runner that I'm going to create. It's very similar to the mega flower. Some of you know it. I've done it in purple, big ones. So as I was saying, I have created already the mega flower with the braided pattern, the braided runner. This one will be different. So this is the sunflower. Of course, you can create many different sunflowers, but I want it to be different. It was a special request. Some people have posted if they can, who has the tutorial for a certain pattern that was posted on there. So I'm not going to create exactly that pattern. I'll create my own. So I hope you guys enjoy it. The tutorial was on the flower itself. You can use it for many different patterns if you like. We'll need 2 of them, of course, for each end of the runner. And I've already prepared one with the leaves behind it. I do have the tutorial on the leaves. I'll leave the link below, which I've created this one already to attach to the flower. So this is as you go, you attach on the last row. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it's 16 chain stitch. I don't know if the tutorial is 17, but it really makes no difference, even if it's 17. This one I did 16 chain stitch. So I'm on my last row. As you can see, on this side is 4. That means I have to continue to stop my 5th row, and here I already have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm just going to show you how it's being attached to the pattern. So obviously the first one we don't attach to any leaves because it's the first leaf that's going on there. So once you prepare, you've done your 5th, you do your 1 chain, you come back with a single, and we're using back loops, as you will see on the tutorial of the leaves, using back loops only, doing singles all the way to the middle here. These are 4-ply 100% cotton thread. I almost forgot to mention the color number is 40. These are similar to Aunt Lydia number 3 cotton. Mine's a little bit thinner, so your patterns become bigger. 2.75 hook, and of course small one tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. So I've reached the middle where we have the 2 chain. I'm going to come in and do 1 single inside of my 2 chain and 1 chain. I'm going to turn my my flower to the back. Now behind here we have the petals, okay? And right in between, I'm going to come in that single here that we have and hook my leaf, okay, with a single. I'm going to come back in my leaf with a single where I have the 2 chain and continue to do back loops only with singles. We leave 2 behind, so they have to measure up the same size. Now, as you see here, I have this one we've done 1, 2. So we leave that behind. I'm going to do 1 chain, come back in, and slip stitch. I'm going to cut my thread a little bit longer so I can tuck in the loose end. So my first leaf is put on. Another thing I want to mention is when you get to the leaf, why am I putting it this way? I'm putting it this way because I want these 3D. Here you see in the front you can almost put a finger in. Here no, it's just, you know, and I want the 3D to be facing up. For those reasons, I have to put them on the back. So always in between petals, this is where we hook on. Now obviously with the next leaf, we'll be hooking on here and on here also. So as you're coming down, you hook already there, continue to do your leaf, and then we're hooking in the center of the petals here, okay? And I have 6. I don't know if I might do 7. I will see as I start creating my pattern, the wideness of the pattern, if it's enough for the 6 leaves I have. If not, I will do 7. Okay, everyone. So I've created my last 5th row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one has 4. So I'll complete it when I come around. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to grab the edge here of where I did the 1 chain, but I don't want to grab only 1 loop. I got to make sure that I grab 2 loops at least because I don't want it to be pulling. So I'm just going to attach this. Just going to attach it to my back loop so I can connect my leaves together and continue this row using back loops all the way to the middle to attach it to the flower. I've come to the middle where I have my 2 chain, did my single, turned my flower. I'm going to come exactly in between those back petals with a single, and I'm going to continue, so back in that 2 chain with a single, and continue to use back loops only, and pretty much complete this 5th row on the leaf. And this is how you're going to add your 6. Now, as I said, I'm going to start creating now the centerpiece. Depends on how wide it's going to be. Then I'll see if I need to add another flower. So my last one chain, I'm going to come back in and slip stitch, cut a bit longer so we can tuck in those loose ends and then tuck in the rest of the thread here. So I have 2 added on. So you just continue again using, you know, the single back here. Anyway, so until you have 6, don't forget, we want the 3D to be facing up and not the flat part where you almost fit a finger. Okay, so we're going to get started on the centerpiece. So I'm using white. I'm going to do my slip stitch knot, and I'm going to create 48 chain stitch. Okay, 48 chain stitch. I've done my 48 chain stitch. I'm going to come back on the fourth. 1, 2, 3, fourth. This is not counting the loop on the hook. So I'm going to do 1 per stitch all the way to the end. Double crochet. And I'm grabbing right in the center both loops. I don't want my pattern to curve. If you grab only the top loop, it will curve. So it's almost like grabbing this bottom one, but coming to the top. You see you have the 2 loops there. So you're right in the center of that chain. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So I pretty much finished doing 46 double crochets. I'm going to turn around. Now for some of you might do 3 chain to go up with your double crochet. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to do a single and a 1 chain. Next stitch, double crochet the sides all the way to the end. At the beginning and at the end we'll have groups of 5 double crochets. Okay, so this is my 3rd, my 4th, and my 5th. I'm going to come directly, I'm going to skip, no chain space, skip 1 into the next one and double crochet, into the next one, double crochet, and into the next one, double crochet. So now I've built groups of 3 double crochet. I'm going to come back into the one that I skipped, and I'm doing a sideways double crochet like that. Again, I'm going to skip 1 and come into the next one. 1, 2, and 3. Again, come back to the one you skipped, stretch your thread, and sideways double crochet. Skip a space and create 3 double crochet. So very simple. These rows are going to be alternated like this. Come back to the back space that we skipped, stretch, double crochet. Look how stunning that looks, right? And now my last few patterns you've seen, I've done a lot of this back stitch or sideways stitch, as you want to call it. On my last few videos, I have worked a lot with this stitch. I think it's gorgeous. And even before, I have other videos and patterns that I've created with the stitch. So skip 1 into the next one. 1, 2, and 3. Come back. Now getting to the end, we'll be doing those 5 double crochets like we have here. So I'll meet you at the end. So I'm on my last 3 double crochets, coming in the back loop and doing the sideways double crochet. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 motifs. Now we're going to go directly into the next one and create those 5 double crochets, always at the beginning and always at the end of the pattern. I have 4, don't forget your very last one, and 5. Okay, everyone, so completed my 5 double crochets, my 9 groups. We're going to do a row of double crochets. It will always alternate 1 row of double crochets, 1 row of the side double crochet. motifs. Okay, so we're going to turn around. I'm going to come back in, stretch my thread, single one chain. This is my first double crochet, my second, my third. There's no need to even count. This row is, oops, and I forgot. So we want to pop up the pattern. Sorry, people. By popping up the pattern, we want to use back loops only, but you can use the front loop if you want. It's up to you. Back loops only. It's going to give you sort of like a 3D line, and I think it looks beautiful. I have created quite a bit of these patterns. I think there's a tutorial only on this motif of the centerpiece. So using back loops only, 1 per stitch, double crochet. But like I said, so it gives you this effect, like a 3D effect, okay? If you want to use both loops, go ahead. I mean, it's up to you. It's your choice. Okay, so back loops, just double crochet all the way to the end. Okay, everyone, so I finished my row. And again, we're going to turn around and we're going to create 5 double crochets and repeat the same thing as we did on row 2. So it's just a repeat now, single one chain. Now, of course, you grab both loops only when you're doing the row of double crochets. You can grab just the back loop. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to skip one into the next one, double crochet. So we're creating those 3 double crochets again. Coming into the one we skipped, pull your thread and do your sideways double crochet. Skip a space into the next one. Now with this, you can go the length you'd like, okay? So you know that when you have your desired length, you must finish at exactly how we started, with only double crochets. 1, skip 1 into the next one. So I don't know how many rows I'm going to do yet, but you could always advance the video to see how many rows I've done. So I'm just going to continue to alternate my rows with the sideways double crochet and then a row of the double crochet. Now, here's the thing. This is how this will be put on. Obviously, I need more length to have that happening. But this is how it's going to go. Okay, so the white basically touches the green. Either it's sewed on or glued on. I like to glue my patterns. It stays perfect and it doesn't go anywhere. And then, of course, we still have the sides here to complete also. So it doesn't only stay this wide. It will be up to here because we have both sides still to work on as we're going. So it's just going to land perfect with the rest that we need to do for the pattern. Okay, so I'll come back to you once I am done the rows that I think I have enough length, because the width is still going to come out on each side. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I pretty much finished doing the length I wanted, and I have 76 rows. Okay, so I did my last double crochet. I'm coming in and I'm going to do a single, 1 chain, back in again, and another single. I'm going to work singles 2 per row on each of the rows. So I'm coming in to the next one. 1, 2. 1, 2. So 2 singles per row all the way around. Coming in the corner, we're doing single 1 chain and single 1 per stitch here. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much did 2 singles on each row. I've reached the first corner. I'm going to do 1 single, actually 2 singles, sorry. No chain, never mind the chain. Sometimes I change ideas like day and night. So I did 4 singles, 2 and then 2 for, actually should be not 2 for that side. I'm going to do 3 singles only, 2 for this side and 1 for the other side. Now because I'm going to work inside of that first chain stitch, we did the 48 chain stitches. You recall when we first started the pattern. I'm going to go with a thinner hook because my stitch is extremely tight, and if I poke with the other hook that is thicker, it's going to make holes, and I don't want that. But I'm stretching it enough so it doesn't stay too small compared to the other ones either, just enough to get in there. And we're going to repeat the 4 corners the same way, 3 singles. Okay, so 1 per stitch, like that. And then when you get to the corner here, we're going to do 3, 1 for the edge and 2 for the sides, and continue the same way. And then I'll be back to you once I finish all my singles. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I finished all my singles. I'm coming in with the brown. I want to have the same effect of the sunflowers on the sides. So I'm going to do my slip stitch. I'm going to come on that first corner. Okay, so I'm coming in my second double crochet. So that means we have 2 on this side and 1 on this side. So I'm going to come in, not the second, the first, not double crochet, single, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. So I have 2 singles. I'm going to do 5 singles here at the start only. On each corner will be only 5 singles. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to come on my 4th chain, my 4th single. This time I'm going to do 9 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, sorry people, it's not skip 4. Things like this happen. So it's 5 chain, not 4 chain. I have to do my calculations right. And I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to come on my 5th single and do the 9 singles. So from here until the edge again, this is how it's going to be repeated. 5 chains, skip 4 space, going to the 5th, and do 9 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, skip again. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the 5th, and do your 9 singles. We're going to repeat this almost the 9 singles, of course, almost to the other edge, remembering that we'll have to see if the other edge is going to take 5. No, it's probably going to take 5 only because of the flower. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. but you could always advance the video and see how I've done it, okay? Okay, everyone, so I've done all my singles. I'm going to come in the first one and do a slip stitch. Second, single, single. Actually, no, it's 3 singles. One, 2, 3. Coming inside of my 5 chain, I'm doing 10 double crochets. Skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th, single, 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 and single. So 4 singles, and repeat again. 10 double crochets. Now remembering, we're only going to work on both sides. We're not working no more the edges. This is for the flower, okay? So you would have to cut your thread and start on the other side. Skip 1, 2, 3 on the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4 singles. So repeat, and of course when you get to the end, you do your last, and you do 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. That means you're skipping 1, 2 and doing the last 3, and then come here and do your 3 singles and your 10, 4 singles and your 10. Okay, so I'm going to complete both sides and then come back to you once I am done. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished doing the brown, coming into that yellow orange. I'm going to come in that first single that we did. And another single, so we have 2 singles. I'm going to do my first one on this double crochet, coming from behind to the front and to the back. So it's like back post double crochet. And 1 chain. Now all the other ones, only the first and the last one is double crochet. All of the other ones are triple. 1 chain. Roll twice on your hook. And again, 1 chain. Behind to the front to the back. So back posts. 1 chain into the next one. All the way to the very before last, and on the last one we're doing double crochet. Okay, so I have 8 triples. My first one is double, 1 chain, and now my last one is also double. I'm going to skip 1, 2. I'm going to come in On the third one, and again, I'm going to do double, 1 chain, and triples again. So this is how we're going to proceed on this row until the end. On each side will have to be the same way, which I've already completed my other side to get things advanced, or else it takes too much time with the videos. Okay, so this is how we're going to do. I'm going to show you what I did with the other side already. So we're doing the yellow now, but you can use whatever colors you want. If you want to continue only with white at the end, or brown, or the yellow, it's up to you. I wanted to bring out a bit of the green to follow up with a big flower. Okay, so I'm going to continue mine to the end, and then I'm going to cut my thread and come back in with the white. Okay, everyone, coming in with the white. So I'm just going to come here between the two singles. With a single. I'm going to do 1, 2 chain, coming in that first space of that 1 chain with single. 1, 2, 3 chain coming in the next. So this row is all about 3 chain and singles. 1, 2, 3 singles. I'm going to go directly into the next one. So this is all you have to do, is just 3 chain and singles, okay? All the way to the end. Just want to make sure that yes. And then cut your thread, or if you're using the same one, I don't know, but the last row is coming up with the green with peacocks, okay? Okay, everyone, last row. So this is very simple. I'm just going to come where that single is, just to secure my thread there. With a slip stitch. I'm going to come in that first 3 chain loop and do 1, 2, 3 chain, coming in and doing my peacock single. Trying to hide this little thread. Saves me the hassle after. Coming into the next space, single, 1, 2, 3, peacock, next space, single, 3 chain, peacock, into the next one, single. So this very first one will have 4 peacocks, but the other ones will have 3. So we have 4 peacocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain. The middle one has 6 chain. And close it with single into the next one. 1, 2, 3. into the next one, single, peacock, into the last one. Then I'm coming directly inside of the next loop. One, two, three. Peacock again. One, two, three. So the very first one has 4, which is okay because the flower, leaves, and all that's going to cover it. Even if it didn't, it looks good. So we have 1, 2, 3. This fourth one, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chain. And the longest peacock. 1, 2, 3. So we'll have 3 on one side and 3 on the other. All the way to the end. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and then your 6 chain, 1, 2, 3. Here, I'm not doing any peacock. I've done a single and coming into the next one with a single, and then starting the peacocks again. So this is how it's going to be until the end. I'm pretty much done with it. Okay, so basically try to put it here so you guys can see it. So the flower will be added on to the tips here. Now if you want to put it further in, it's up to you. I'm not going to put it further in. So I'm basically putting the middle of my leaf to the edge here. I'm going to use my hot gun glue and glue it in. Now some of you probably prefer to stitch it. That's fine. You can do your stitching how you want to proceed with it. If you want to complete and do the leaves all the way around, you can also. I'm leaving mine like this. So thank you so much for being here. I'll have the little video at the end once I complete the other flower leaves, because I still have a few more to go, and then glue all my stuff in with hot gun glue. So you just put a little bit of glue everywhere here, glue it and glue, or you stitch it as you want, a couple of stitches here and there, just to make sure it doesn't come apart, you know. So just make sure you have it all lined up and straight, and we're good to go. So thank you so much, everyone. I'll leave the measurements below, and the links to the flowers, the leaves. Just remember that the leaves are done with 16 chain, okay? So I'll meet you in the next video. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, God bless. And for the people that have been requesting so much of the sunflower and the table runner, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everyone.